Which is faster, a gravel bike or an enduro bike? To find out, I'm out here at So Cool Demonstration Forest, and the trail I have planned is perfect to answer this question. It's a long descent with a mixture of berms and jumps, and not that much tech, nothing that would make me die on the gravel bike. Now, as the Remedy is currently built into my enduro race bike, it is way overbiked for this kind of trail, meaning it's going to be slow, too soft, too much bike. And that is where the gravel bike comes in. Now, this is a stock Specialized Crux, and it's severely underbiked for the same trail, but I think it stands a decent chance. To start, let's quickly look over the two bikes. So what does all that mean? Well, the Remedy is great for the descents. Slack, long, stable, but still shorter chain stays and a little bit playful with the 27.5 tires. And the Crux, steep, twitchy, fast. It's great for aero. The geometry has you over the front of the bike more and down lower, but that same geometry is not great for descending, especially off-road. But which do you think will be faster? Here's what I predict. The Enduro is just going to be way faster over the tech stuff. It's going to spend less time braking with the more powerful brakes and the better traction, which means you're spending more time at speed. It's going to corner faster because the geometry and, again, the traction is just such that it's built for these tight, fast corners. But where it's going to slow down is anytime I'm pedaling and anytime I'm pumping. A lot of this suspension is great for tough stuff, but when it comes to pumping and efficiency on a flow trail, you're losing a lot of energy in the suspension. And that's where the gravel bike's going to thrive. It's built for speed. Fast rolling tires, lightweight, aerodynamic position, and efficiency. Anytime I'm pumping, I'm going to carry way more speed through this. Anytime I'm pedaling is going to be more efficient and faster on the gravel bike. But is that going to be enough for it to win? I'm not sure. But let's go see how these things do on the actual trail.
Okay, here we go. Segment 1, there's 6 segments. Segment 1 is easy, gets a little more flowy and jumpy as we go. Oh yeah. Gripping up in that corner. Had a little bit of moisture lately, so there's just tons of traction, at least on these tires. Nice little popper right there. Now these pedally bits, this is where the Enduro bike's losing some efficiency. Woo! But it's okay because it gets right back into the steeps. Trying to pump as much as I can here. Beautiful. Right to the apex on both of those. Don't want to lose speed by coming up too short or going too long on a jump. I'm actually curious to see how the gravel bike will corner. It has a significantly shorter wheelbase due to its steep head tube angle. So it actually might not be too bad as long as it gets traction to get around these corners. Braking bumps. Braking bumps are just not a problem on this bike. It just eats them up, loves it. I had a little out of practice on the Enduro bike. It's been a minute since I've ridden a proper flow trail like this. I definitely came up short on that jump back there. Oh, that should be interesting on the gravel bike. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that a gravel bike is going to thrive at. These little rolling sections that are still kind of downhill, but you got to pedal to carry any speed. Skinny. Oh yeah. Nice little gappy boy there. More pedaling. Again, this is the only reason I think the gravel bike's gonna have a chance for these sections. Final segment. Final push. Come on, Trey. Woo! Man, this is great. Woo! Oh. Yes. Oh man, I love a good berm. Right, there's the finish line. Ah, oh my gosh. All right, gravel bike. Here we go. Oh, the start is slow. Start is slow. That's okay, I was in too high of a gear. Now, another problem with the gravel bike. I don't have a dropper, so my post is slammed, but on the pedally bits, I don't have an option of raising it. But hopefully that won't be a problem. This bike feels quick. Oh no, it does not. Holy smokes, it does not. Man, if it weren't for these bermed corners, I don't know what I'd do, but the only thing is the braking bumps are actually atrocious on this bike. Mostly because the only absorption we got going on is my arms and hands. Oh man. Oh Lord. Okay. Not going airborne. Yes, I cleared all these jumps on the bike, on the Remedy. Okay. Oh, drop. Oh. Braking bumps. Oh man. Okay, make up time on these flats and straights. Oh, sketch. Oh, okay. We're good. Yep, traction. Woo! Oh man, my hands are tired. We're only in section 1 of 6. That's not gonna bode well. I just know I was ripping all these corners faster on the Remedy. But that's okay, I knew that thing was gonna be hard to beat through the corners and through the braking bumps. It's the rest of the trail that I think I do stand a chance. I'm working a lot harder on this bike. I thought because it's so light and nimble, I wouldn't be working as hard. But I'm having to focus so hard. And my body's just taking a beating. You know, this is a blue flow trail, but whew, it's rough. I haven't noticed too much brake fade yet. I was worried about that with the smaller rotor size and the only 1 piston brakes. But I guess we'll see by the bottom of this if I've experienced any real brake fade. That's the worst part, actually. The hand fatigue from the bumps and also holding on. I'm having to hold on tighter because of the bumps. Oh yeah, I caught a little air. Oh man, I almost went wide on that. It's like you get lulled into being able to carry speed through the berm, and then it's flat at the bottom. And you can see where a lot of people have gone over the edge on actual mountain bikes. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Ow. Oh, my hands are just so done. And I have so much trail to go. Oh my gosh. This was stupid. Actually, my whole body. Matter of fact. Oh my gosh. Feels so wrong. Just can't help myself from hitting the brakes, and then also, like I said, my grip strength is waning fast. Oh my gosh. Skinny time. Okay. Oh man, all right. Here we go. Yep, skating, yep. Bouncing. Perfect burnout. Oh Lord. Oh, freak. Oh my gosh, okay. I lived. I thought I was gonna die. Oh. Ah. I gotta say, anytime I'm airborne, it does not feel right, and I'm not getting much air on this compared to the Remedy, but still, it feels so wrong to have this thing in the air at all. Well, I always make fun of people with their like 3.5 millimeter thick gel bar wrap, but I'm jealous of their cush right now. Okay, focus, Jay. Enough chat. Ah, when is it gonna be over? Making up time. Making up time. I don't know if it's enough, but I'm making up sometime. Okay, last segment, segment 6, here we go. Final push. Pain, lots of pain. She's nimble, I'll give her that. Oh Lord. Nimbleness is awesome. Bump absorption leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this shares geometry with a specialized Athos, which is a road race bike. So take that into account. I'm on a borderline road bike, basically just a road bike with wider tires, and I'm not even running that wider tires, and I'm out here doing this. So if you're on a gravel bike, you got no excuse. Ow! Get out here and do stuff. Oh, braking bumps! Who's braking on this? I'm on a gravel bike, I'm not even skidding. Some people's brake control needs to be studied. Biblically bad. I'm exhausted, y'all. Okay. Push. Freaking worst bridge ever. Good Lord. Oh gosh, okay. Oh, yes. Oh, whoa, wait. Yes. Everything hurts. Why am I doing this? I do have to say, on the gravel climb out of here, this bike is now muy bien.
So that went as you probably would expect. The Remedy absolutely crushed the Crux on that trail. Its slacker geometry, more powerful brakes, and grippier tires added up to an unbeatable combination. I completed the trail in 14 minutes and 17 seconds on the Remedy, and 16 minutes 45 seconds on the Crux. But there's more to it than that when I started digging into the Strava segments. On segments 1 through 4 of the trail, I was a minute 43 faster on the trail bike. However, on segments 4 and 5, I made up 6 seconds on the gravel bike. That's incredible. However, it wasn't enough, obviously, as in segment 6, I lost another 51 seconds on the gravel bike. Now this makes sense. The top of the trail is a lot steeper, a lot less pedaling, whereas segments 4 and 5, there's a couple of rolling hills and some great opportunities to make up some time with the efficiency and faster rolling tires of the gravel bike. But this is the thing that's just absolutely crazy to me. I've ridden that trail a ton of times on the Remedy, and I've owned the Remedy for a long time. At this point, the Remedy and I are one unit. You know, that is the bike I learned how to be a good mountain biker on. And I PR'd on every single trail segment on the Remedy that day. that was by far the fastest time I've ever gone down that trail. And then I rode on the gravel bike, and in segment 4, I PR'd on the gravel bike. That is a well over a mile of downhill specific flow trail that I was faster than I've ever been on my Remedy on the gravel bike, and that's only the second time I've taken that gravel bike off-road. That's just mind-blowing to me, and it shows there's some potential to this. But the key takeaway, I think, is that it was fun on both bikes. Being overbiked was fun. I had the confidence to just rail through braking bumps, send any kind of side hit that I could find, and know that I had so much suspension that it was just gonna save me when I messed up. However, at the same time, being on the gravel bike was fun for different reasons. It's twitchy, it's fast, you have to be focused, you have to hold on for dear life, and I was just laughing at the absurdity of it. That said, that specific trail on the gravel bike was punishing. I mean, my body hurt so bad afterwards, because not only are you holding on for dear life through bumps, but all the suspension is your arms and legs and head. I had a headache afterwards. My hands were tired, my arms were tired, my core was tired, my legs were tired. I was beat up after that. Whereas on the Remedy, I could do that trail multiple times in a day with no problems. So, were you surprised by the results? I, for one, was not. But it does show perhaps why modern XC racers are using bikes with more suspension and slacker geometry, because over the course of a long race, it's so much better on your body and allows you to have the confidence through rough stuff. And if you haven't seen modern XC race trails, they are getting pretty gnarly, the things those people are doing on their 120mm travel bikes. So this shows for me that, you know what, full suspension is worth it on that kind of trail when you're trying to go fast. And if I'm being honest, on that trail, an XC bike would beat my 160, 170 Enduro bike any day of the week. That bike is almost as ridiculous on that trail as the gravel bike is. It's a lot of bike. But there we go. That was such a fun video to make. Let me know if I should make more of these. Like, maybe we can try mountain bike tires on the gravel bike versus road slicks on the mountain bike and see which is faster, or just take the same bikes to maybe a more cross-country style trail, some uphills and some downhills in the trail segment that I'm timing, and see which one really comes out on top when efficiency might matter a little bit more than just a downhill. But let me know in the comments, and until next video, peace.